God. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to celebrate this thing called life.
Word.
You are now tuned in to the Freshly Broken sponsored podcast, the Melodrama podcast. Shout out to Freshly Broken and the good folks at Unify Records. I am one of your hosts. I am one of the crazy motherfuckers who thought of this idea and wanted to make it happen. And I go by the name of Speak Easy. So if you know me, you know that I am a hip hop artist and social justice, mental health advocate. So that's who I am. You'll learn a little bit more about me, but less about me and more about my co-host. So on my immediate left, who do we got?
Word up. It's your boy JG. What's going on, Melodrama World?
Yeah.
Similar to the homie Speak, your boy used to have aspirations to be a lyrical miracle. But that shit was that was about 1989, 1990. I'm a little too old for that shit
now. Word. And who do I got to his left?
It's your boy Trip, bearded fat guy.
That's it, fam.
That's it. Bearded fat guy. Yo. Your bearded fat superhero.
Yo, he stays on brand.
Man, I ain't mad at
like
you.
He is I and I am him.
Yeah.
Word up. So again, with the Melodrama podcast, what you're gonna get is a unique taste and perspective of just three dudes who just here kicking the shit, but we gonna keep it raw, we gonna keep it real, we gonna keep it like just super duper authentic and true to ourselves. And we're gonna talk about some shit that you might hear in the news, but we're gonna talk about some shit that we come up with on our own. So like today's topic I think is very, very on brand. And the first topic is, how emotionally invested are you in sports? I know we all in here we like sports,
right.
A few different sports and shit like that, and I'm sure I guess what I'll do is I think I'm gonna ask you guys your take before I just start chiming in. So we'll start with you, Trip. How emotionally invested are you in sports like today?
Like professional sports?
Whatever. Yeah.
Professional sports? Probably not at all. Like
okay.
There was a time when like I probably watched like every game, and me and a couple guys would meet up at the bar and watch like every game on Sunday and Monday night, Thursday night, college on Saturdays.
Right.
Like, I might catch a game on Sunday. Maybe a Monday night if it's a good game and I'm not asleep. But it's just
okay.
It's not that I don't love the game. I just don't love the game today as what it is. Like not as much as I used to. Like I don't.
And what specific sport? You talking football?
I'm gonna have to say football. I don't even watch basketball at all anymore until like the playoffs. Like
okay.
Like, basketball's got like 82 games. Like you play everybody like 5 times. That's like.
Fam said he bored with it.
It's like, man, it's like hanging out with your guys. Like we go up the hour and we just run a couple fools, and
Word. So what about you, JG? How invested are you in sports today?
Man, emotionally invested, not really. I saw that like the dark side of that emotional investment too much, man. From working in the trades, man. That Monday after a Packer loss, man, them dudes be in their feelings, man. Everybody, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I follow basketball heavily.
Okay.
So I watch all 82 of them games and the playoffs. But it's like I'm not like sending death threats to Brett Favre. I ain't talking about Aaron Rodgers' girl. Man, they was calling the radio station, man, saying that the Packers was losing because Aaron Rodgers' girlfriend was talking shit on the side. I'm like, so they sending her death threats and shit. I'm like, yeah, fam, I'm not.
Stay home.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, I'm not. I said, man, I'm not that invested at all. I'm actually more invested in high school sports now because my sons and my daughter play. But
okay.
That's about it.
Yeah, so I think for me, I'm nowhere near emotionally invested as I used to be, and I think it's because But for me, I struggle. I struggle with enjoying sports now because my emotional investment has changed throughout the years.
Facts.
Like when you're rooting for, let's just say, like the Bucks in their heyday, like the 2011 time, when they were on their way, like on the brink of going to the finals all that shit like that. We got
cheated, fam.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, shout out to my cousin Dub, he's in the studio with us. Yeah. So like, me and him, we went to a game, Sixers versus Bucks, and he was a huge Allen Iverson fan. Like, and he and I, we sitting right next to each other. He's rooting for the Sixers. I'm rooting for the Bucks. But like, we went as family. As soon as the game started, we were fucking enemies.
Exactly.
We was talking shit to each other.
Y'all should still be enemies, fam.
You know what I'm saying?
The way we got cheated in that series.
We got cheated. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, but like, think about that. We was cousins, but we are fucking heated. Yeah, fam. Like when Iverson make a shot, he's looking at me. He's all in my face, like, yeah. Man. Like he hit the shot, like, yeah, nigga. What? Like, so like, but now, you know what I'm saying? You fast forward the clock, and I'm like, when the Bucks lose, I'm gonna be like, well, this is all a great business move. Like people don't own teams to win championships. No, I am a billionaire who want more billions. And as close as my business model gets me to the championship, I'm okay with that. But if I never win the NBA championship, the NFL championship, I'm winning every year when I'm looking at my books.
Right. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I think that's what, you know,
that's you gotta look at teams like Utah.
Okay.
Utah never has won a title, but they're a winning team. So that owner is always making money because you can keep the stadium full.
They're always a contender. Yep. Yeah.
You know, nobody expects them to ever actually win. And I don't even think the owner does. But hey, if we can win, we can get the stadium full, get some endorsements.
Yeah.
We can make some money.
And the local fan bases, you know, always support. Like even when the Bucks was shitty after that.
Yeah.
After Sam and Ray and them left. I remember my kids were smaller. Man, them cats used to come home from school with like 8 tickets each to the Bucks games and shit.
Right.
And the Bucks were so sorry. I went to the school like, man, quit giving my kids these fucking tickets. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, straight up. I would talk to the administrator. Because, you know, the kids come home, Dad, I got tickets. And they think it, because my number one go-to excuse for not going is that shit costs too much money. So now they got free tickets. Dad, we can go now. It's free. I'm still out $100.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But even though they wasn't shit,
yeah,
it was still full of people spending at least $100 like I was.
True indeed.
Hey, but then that following year, Giannis broke out. And then I went back to the school like,
what's up with them tickets?
Can I get them tickets, fam? And then Fab was like,
tickets?
Hey, he said, hey, Big Graham, they don't give them to us no more. Because Giannis had blew up. We was at the game. We was getting smacked by the scrubby-ass Falcons. We getting smacked by 40.
But that's because that's business, though. Because they got a department that handles that.
Yep.
And, you know, community outreach.
Yep.
They have to... If they can't fill the stadium to a certain capacity, that game gets blacked out on TV.
Yeah.
So then they don't
like,
make that money on TV.
Watch it.
So look, either we sell these tickets or we're going to take a couple hundred, give it to some little kids in the hood, and they can come sit in level 800.
Concessions eat.
And everybody look like
level 800.
but fam.
Like, you come to level 800, here are your binoculars.
Like, you stand up, your head hit the roof of the stadium.
Hey, man, I'll never forget it, dog. I was sitting there at that exact game.
Yeah.
We getting smacked by 40. Giannis was getting garbage time.
Yeah.
They put Giannis in. Falcons take a shot. Giannis get the rebound under their basket.
Wait, nigga, what NBA team are the Falcons?
The Hawks. The Hawks. Did I say the Falcons? They both birds, my nigga. I mean, shit. I ain't no falconer, my nigga.
I'm like, wait, this is an amazing thing.
Hey, fam.
Like, how
did
Michael Vick do?
The only thing that fly that ain't a
I thought it was an expansion team or some shit.
Nah, it was the Hawks. I misspoke. I appreciate you busting me out, worldwide interweb though, fam. But nah, dude got the ball, got the rebound, took off, crossed the cat, spun off a cat, took off from the line, dunked.
Oh my!
And I'm like, who the hell is that? And my son was like, Dad, that's Giannis Antetokounmpo, because he couldn't say the name, right?
He said that's Giannis Antetokounmpo truck.
I said, well, why the fuck wasn't he playing the whole game then? And then the next game, they started putting dude in, and then I couldn't get tickets no more. I was mad as a bitch. So
wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And then, but the emotional investment though, for me, fam, it wasn't. It's more aimed at the local teams. I always support the local teams. I'm kind of going through a little tumultuous relationship with the NFL, but I'm always fucking with the Bucks and the Brewers. Yeah. But like, I've never bought a professional sports jersey. Matter of fact,
that's interesting.
I'm hoping that the first jersey I buy be one of my kids.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I never bought a jersey, so I don't know if they would even consider me a fan. I go to the games. I support them. You know, I watch TV. I support them that way.
So
but
I guess the question is, what changed? Like, because we're all saying at some point, like, we was there. Like, we used to go like, section 200. Like, we was trying to like see the game. Yeah. But what changed? Did the game change? Did your life change? I think it was life. Did your love change for the game? And or is it just like your priorities? Did some shit get rearranged?
I think for me, I think it's a little bit of all of the above. I think life happened. Like, I got older. As a kid, you don't have shit to do but wait for the game. Right. You talk about the game that comes on today at school with your guys. Y'all argue about it. You know what I'm saying?
Jordan gonna get 80.
You know what I'm saying? And then you know, so shit like that. So I think, but then now having responsibilities, and then also just understanding the part that we said earlier about, like, don't forget that this is a business. So like, I think as I got older and I started to learn more about business and how that worked, I think that changed that and me becoming just a busier person.
Because I know, like, I used to, like, proudly take heat, like, high school, college. I was, like, the only Cowboy fan.
He was,
in the whole school. And all week, like,
you were supposed to take that heat, though.
Yeah, but after that game on Sunday, Monday Cowboys came around.
He come to school with his chest poked out.
Talking big shit.
Back then, because the Packers was shit. Hey, it's funny. Most people that you talk to now, they don't remember the Packers being the shittiest team in the league.
Yo, when they was playing at County Stadium,
in, like,
they don't remember.
Like Puffy, like like dude from Sparta. Isn't this what you came here for? Are you not entertained?
Maximus and shit. Hell no. And I mean, Cowboys was dope back then.
And I think, and then the other piece too, because I think when I think about that, when I was talking about going to school, talking about your friends, I remember the when like Chris Webber and them was playing and from Michigan,
5-5,
and just stuff like that. And what brings me to that is how emotionally could I be? Because back then, the Fab Five, them winning meant a lot for us. It meant a whole lot. But then now knowing that, okay, how much money these universities are making, and these guys are supposed to be coming to school for free.
Speaking of that, have you been watching the news?
No.
So in California, they've passed legislation
Shut the
that
fuck up.
college athletes in California can get paid for the usage of their name and their likeness.
They should have been able to do that anyway.
Now, it's not nationwide,
but it's
not. But that's a step in the right direction.
Right, it's not a national legislature thing yet. But you know, in California, if you a college athlete in California and they making money off of your name,
you deserve to get paid.
But fam, hold on. Before we dive too far into that, let me ask both of y'all a question.
Yeah.
Now, we may not be that emotionally invested anymore.
Okay.
But we both know who Shaquille O'Neal is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all know what his number is, right? Don't say it, but y'all know what his number is, right? Okay, but one of the homies sent me a picture he was visiting LSU. Okay. In LSU, in the gift shop, you can go into LSU. You can grab a number 33 LSU jersey with no name on it for $450. No name on it though.
I'm like, that wouldn't even shock me. That was Earl's jersey.
You know, so it's like, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what you think that is, man?
Yeah.
Like, but now, how long ago did Shaq graduate from that?
A long ass time ago.
But that jersey still $450 all these years.
College sports is like $1 billion. College sports is like modern day slavery.
Man. But hold on. Here's some other
I bring you in.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to give you somewhere to live. I'm going to feed you.
Mm-hmm.
Slaves had somewhere to sleep. Mm-hmm. They got something to eat.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But you're going to play sports for me. You're going to go to all these practices. We're going to travel.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to make millions because I'm going to get paid from the university. I'm going to get $1 million endorsement deals. And I'm going to make you wear Nike because Nike said, oh, y'all got to wear Nike. And they'll give me $5 million.
Yep.
And all this.
Yep.
And university gets all of this. But the kid, mama can't get a nothing for the house. Mama can't get a pair of shoes. Mama can't get, a car.
All the kid get is hope. And I will say it is an improved chance, but still just a chance at his dream.
So talk to the folks who would reply, what do you mean? They could have free education. So talk to those folks. What do you have to say to those people?
To some of those kids, that's a fact. They actually are chasing that free education. Some of those kids will do it. Those typically are the kids that maybe don't have a chance at the next level.
Word up.
So now that scholarship that's all I'm looking for my son. Like, dude, you go to school for free. I don't care what you do after that. Word. That's all I'm concerned about. So you get free school because he's smart enough that he can, and he's good enough. He may be able to go to the next level. Okay. But he's smart enough that he's going to do something with the degree that he gets. Mm-hmm. But if that's not the case for all these kids.
If you play any level of college sports, mind you, I only played D3. Right. But if you play any level of college sports, that education, even if they're giving you a scholarship, it's not free.
It's not free.
It's not free. If you divide up them hours,
and
because you got to go to class, you still got to make your GPA, so you still got to study. You got to do weight room. You got to go to workouts.
They have like a job. It's like
our summer practices, and I was D3. Summer practices, we were up at 7. You had to be at the field probably by 7 if I remember right. You got to eat breakfast, be at the field. You got to practice. After practice, you got to go to work out. You got to go eat lunch. You got to come back. You got to watch film. You got to practice again.
Damn.
Them cats was almost going to night school.
Then you got to come back, and then you got to watch some more film. And then you go eat dinner, and then you might have a meeting after that in another room. And by the time you done, they tell you lights out, but nigga, you already passed out.
Fam, you almost have to fulfill your obligation because it's an obligation when you accept that scholarship.
Yeah.
So you almost have to fulfill your obligation and then get your degree like 2 years later. You got to go back to school because they don't have time to go to school.
Dudes, even the dudes that make it to the NBA, they're going back to school to get their degree.
Yeah. Hey, now that's something I learned because my boy got picked to the NCAA basketball camp. And one thing that they did change, because there was a time, fam, if you got a scholarship, you got hurt or you got put off the team,
they snatching it.
Well, your mama can write a check to pay for school or you can take your ass home.
Damn.
So now they got it where if you get a scholarship, the NCAA just put this rule in because Condoleezza and them took over and they changed the rules. So now they put the shit in where if you accept a scholarship and you make the team for that, at some schools it's 1 year, some schools it's 2 years.
Okay.
Once you complete that, whatever happens, you get to finish school free. So now all scholarships, because this is the hook. And a lot of people don't know that the scholarships, the athletic scholarships are athletic only.
Word.
You get what I'm saying? So if you lose your spot on the team, you lost your spot at school.
Damn.
You dig what I'm saying? So now they changed it where now the scholarships are athletic for 4 years and academic if you meet them requirements for the first year or the first 2 years.
Word.
And it's academic too. So you can't throw them out of school.
But
they just put that in effect this year.
Wow.
Like you're fighting for your spot.
Dog, that shit is like the cast
system. They bringing
system.
in 300 to 400 kids every year to try out for the squad.
Yeah, that shit like the cast system.
So knowing that, do you guys still watch a lot of college sports?
Man, I watch the sports. And that's the other thing too, man. A lot of cats don't know if your game on TV, each school on a nationally televised game, they get like $2 to $5 million.
That's why
they just go to each school.
And that's why every Notre Dame doesn't join a conference, right?
Yeah.
Who?
Notre Dame, because they're kind of their own entity.
Yep. Yeah. And they get that money. But dude,
they got their own TV deal.
Yeah. But then it's like that's all a part of what, and the reason why this kept continuing this long is because them motherfuckers are so powerful because all that paper, they can do what they want to do. And this, dude, matter of fact, that rule you were talking about in California, didn't the homie from, was that Ohio? The quarterback got suspended. Because he went to remember he went to
a bunch of kids get suspended because they went and they traded stuff for tattoos and stuff.
Well, no, not that one. The one that went to like a sports memorabilia store. The owner of the store was like, "Come down here and sign some autographs," and they gave him like $30 or something. And dude got suspended. Was that Pryor? I think it was Pryor, and he got suspended.
Yeah, I can't remember
because he can't because he was signing the school jerseys and you cannot make a dime.
But that's
off your own likeness.
So that's my thing.
What they changed.
And I think for me, knowing that I'm not as invested as I used to be.
Because of that part of it.
Just knowing just the treatment of, and like, I'm not like holier than thou, and like, our moral compass is a sliding scale depending on what we like.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't watch college games in the regular season for the most part, but I'll catch one of the key matchups or catch fucking March Madness. And like with college football, the way it's set up now, I'm like, I'll just wait until they tell me who the best four are.
Yeah,
and then I'll start paying attention.
No, because that's bullshit. Like that's all money too. Like
that's like the worst of it.
But that's the thing as a consumer.
You got these people that we don't know who they are. They go into a room, and they vote about who should be number one based on who they said is or isn't the best. And you could have a team that's number 4 that's undefeated. And you could have a team that's number 1 that lost 2 games because they, quote unquote, had a tougher schedule.
The craziest shit to me about that is like, the season ain't even started yet and they already got the ranking list. I'm like, for real, how the fuck you know? They ain't played a game, dog.
Because you get ranked off of potential of what you are possibly going to do based on who's coming back.
So basically... Motherfuckers doing what we doing right now.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, Wisconsin is number 1.
So, and I think
I'm like, dog, what kind of shit is that?
And I think that's why it'll be interesting
because you got to think like they come to a table and they got the schedule.
Yeah.
You know who the big name schools are, so it's like, okay, we put these cats number 1. We put Bama number 1. We put somebody here. We put somebody here. Bullshit. We know at some point. Yeah, these teams are probably going to go undefeated to this point, and then they're going to meet.
That's what they think.
And now we got number 1 playing number 2 in the middle of the season.
Hey, maybe they got that Minority Report shit jumping off, fam. I mean, the motherfucking ball come down to shoot, and they just tell them who going to be the coldest. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for sure.
When you're looking at college sports, you're not looking at like high school where it can switch from year to year.
Right.
You're not looking at like Pee Wee where it can switch from year to year.
You're right, not as much.
You're looking at high school where generally you got people who are building a system. So you got people who are bringing kids in. You're recruiting the kids that you want from your system. So these kids, it's like tailor making your suit. Like, no, I don't want that button. I want that button.
I feel you.
So you bringing in the kids that are going to fit your system. So you're building. And if you got a good coach with a good system, with a winning tradition, there's a possibility that there's going to be a fluke game where somebody come through and knock them off, or somebody step up one year and it's their turn where it's the turning of the tables. But usually those teams that are at the top are at the top. And it's mostly because of they got a certain number of scholarships. They got a certain number of endorsements. They can get the best players because of their coach's name, their program's name, and what they can offer as far as education or whatever. Because if you got the choice to play for me at whatever university, or you got the choice to play for Saban, who you gonna pick?
Right.
And Saban can offer you a half ride, and I'm gonna offer you a full ride.
Right.
You still gonna go over there
trying to go pro. But you know what, too, fam? I say this: when I say I was probably the most emotionally invested when I was a kid, and we looked up to these dudes like they were superheroes.
Yes.
We wanted to be them.
Yes.
And then, that kind of stayed with me because then when I started playing sports, I'm still trying to be like these dudes. You know what I mean? I'm following the game. I'm using the game to learn from all of that. But once that dream kind of went away.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Then my emotional investment kind of started going down too. There was a little bit of a hometown pride thing.
Yeah.
Then I used it like to socialize with the homies. We hang at the sports bars for the games, that kind of shit.
For sure.
But now, like I said, my son's playing, so I'm really invested in that.
Do you think media killed it though? Think about
I think the media killed, but here's what got
imagine you a kid, you like, Michael Irvin is shit. I'm gonna be just like Irvin.
Yeah.
Michael Irvin was caught in the hotel with two prostitutes.
Well, I say Michael Irvin
in a bag full of dope. He was snorting dope. And
that shit was all true though. So that was kind of on Mike, not the media. But I get
and that's cool. Yeah, that's cool on Mike. But then
I don't want to be no crackhead.
The media, the media told us about.
Hey, if Mike listening, Mike, you know you was a crackhead. You was cold, but you was a crackhead.
But the media told us about that. Mike is not the first NFL player that was in the hotel room with two chicks and some drugs.
Yeah, all of them do that.
But they found out and they told us. So then as a kid, your hero, your Superman just got shot out the sky.
Yeah, pretty much.
Your Superman is a crackhead.
But here
that's like the song "Your Mommy is a Crackhead."
Yeah, but here go the flip though, Speak. So for the longest, man, I hated Twitter. I felt like Twitter was a fucking cesspool.
Okay.
But when my boy got to playing and started getting some notice, I jumped back on Twitter because that cesspool showed his head. A bunch of grown motherfuckers talking shit about my 15-year-old kid, right? Like coming at him.
Yeah.
So I had to get on Twitter to defend him. It's funny. He keep quoting me. And like every time somebody say something to him, he say, "I got dialogue and smoke." Because that was my tweet. Yeah. Like, that's a 15-year-old kid. I'm his daddy. Holla at me. I got all the dialogue or all the smoke you want. You're going to leave my fucking, whichever way you want it. Leave my kid alone, right? So I get on for that. Wow. But then I'm following a lot of high school kids now because, he was getting national pub.
Yeah.
And the thing that I found that was dope is I'm kind of getting that investment back, man, because it's dope watching these young boys and girls chasing their dreams.
Okay.
You dig what I'm saying?
Okay. So
that aspect of it is super dope.
High school ball, I love.
Yeah, it's dope. Because these cats still, we've been kind of beat.
They love it.
Yeah, they love it
because they love it. Like, there's no incentive in high school outside of Friday. You get to wear your jersey. You get to get on the field with your friends. You get to fly around without a worry in the world. You're not worried about who at home. You're not worried about what you're going to eat at home. You're not worried about your grades. You get to fly around with your guys and hit people.
Man,
and that's it. That's it.
So it's
like
wow, that shit is dope.
And they're doing it just for the love. Like,
they
don't get paid to do tour days in the summer.
That's funny, man.
They don't get paid. Like, it's cold now. They're still practicing, and they want to go to the playoffs. They want to go as far as possible. They're not getting anything out of it except for a victory, some camaraderie, and the love of the game.
Word.
That shit is dope to see.
So to put a bow on this, I would say, like, it seems as if the emotional investment depends on, like, literally something else in addition to the actual sport.
Facts.
There's got to be another component that I have to add to that sport to make me emotionally invested, but the sport itself is not primary. That's pretty cool.
For us.
Yeah, right. For me, because I think professional sports, and it's always been entertainment, but now it's starting to look like WWE-ish instead of let's go out here and play some ball.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Well, you know me.
So
that's funny.
Word.
Excuse my big ass jug.
That's what's it. That's what's up, man. So like I think that's just pretty interesting to know that it's got to be something else that makes me drawn to the actual sport itself. And I think
that's kind of good ass water.
And he said that's a good ass.
Hey, matter of fact.
What's up?
I can holler at them about sponsorship.
Some water?
Yeah, whoever that was. Because I will take a swig and say, that's some good-ass water.
Yeah. So
if you sponsor
if you're a water company out there,
word,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Holler at us.
So
that's some high-quality H2O.
You know what I'm saying?
So in the vein of...
Mama said.
of what's best, so we talking about what's best and shit like that, like, when I thought about this shit right here, I thought about it from a selfish point of view. Then I thought about it as like if I was a company trying to maybe get into the music game. And the topic is, what is the best music genre? It's so funny that I wrote drama.
You wrote drama? Yeah, because that's drama right there.
Because the category itself is going to create drama. So
because you put that B
I
word in there.
I subconsciously wrote best music drama.
He put that B in there.
You know what I'm saying?
That changed everything.
Best music genre.
That's easy, fam.
Go for it.
Funk. And fuck y'all.
Funk? Why?
Funk.
Why?
Because it's close to fuck.
Man, like pretty much. Nah, real shit, fam. Because that shit it's hard. It's the hardest one to fake. Because you got to feel that shit.
Okay.
You can't. If you're a master at your instrument,
yeah,
you can only play funk if they write that shit down and you read the notes. You can play what's already been played, but if somebody says something to you, give me some funk, that shit got to come from within you.
Okay.
You dig what I'm saying? You can't fake it. You can either play something funky, or you can play something that's already been played that's funky, like imitate it.
Okay.
You dig what I'm saying? Everything else, fam, them cats can fake it. That's why that phrase, faking the funk, like, man,
you can't
fake the funk, dog. That shit is bass heavy, which is my favorite instrument.
Okay.
Them cats was, man, all the greats at it. They can play. Ain't really no computer involvement in it. You dig what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's, to me, that's the best genre.
Okay. Okay. Nice take. All right.
I'm just saying.
What you got?
I think genres are bullshit. I think
he said genre, not genders.
Is that a new genre?
Not genders, fam. He said genre.
So you know how we got this thing.
Genre is a social
We got this
construct.
thing that we do on the Melodrama Facebook page. It's called Good Shit Bullshit.
Right.
I think genres are bullshit.
You think genres bullshit?
I think genres are bullshit. Genres are just like denominations in church.
So you saying you got music and shit that ain't music, and that's
it.
I feel you. Okay.
When you are like, I think genres only work because they want to categorize certain things to make certain people look good at a certain point. So I think when it's music, it's music. If you love music, you love music.
Word.
And your ability to appreciate other music comes from your exposure to other shit. Now, if you never make it off your block and all you know is, NWA or Lil Webby or whatever, and that's all you hear, then that's going to be the best to you. But is that really the best? Because you ain't heard shit.
You ain't heard nothing else.
You ain't heard, you don't want to hear no R&B. You don't want to hear no gospel. You don't want to hear no punk. You don't want to hear no country.
Yeah.
I got motherfuckers that be like, I hate country. If you hate country, how you like R&B? Because if you listen to the words, they talking about the same shit.
Word.
You got
that country accent.
You gotta,
so the funny thing is, shout out to
ain't no banjo in R&B, fam.
A banjo, a guitar.
That's an irritating ass instrument, fam.
Well,
but it's not.
It's like a sexy woman voice, and then like Michelle A voice.
But see,
that's I don't want that bitch talking.
But it's not a banjo in all country.
Word.
I feel you. That's true.
It's not a banjo
that
on
honky tonk badonkadonk shit. That was funny. I could rock with that.
Like motherfuckers been rocking out. Motherfuckers be in their car. They be rocking out the Garth Brooks. They be rocking out the Randy Travis. They be rocking out the Shania Twain. They be the Kelly Clarkson shit. Motherfuckers be singing all that shit. That's fucking country.
Yeah. So for me, I think
I'm gonna disagree with that.
I feel two
You know
ways.
who else disagree with you, fam? Keeping it 100.
Who?
You know who disagree with you?
Who?
Country musicians. Them motherfuckers hold on. Because they some animals at regulating they shit.
But see,
they decide
and that's what I said.
What country music is.
And this is why I said,
you dig what I'm saying?
But this is why I said genres are bullshit, and it's built to make people fit into a category so I can succeed.
Facts.
But because I can control who I'm competing with.
But hold
so
on.
they told the little Nas dude that's not country.
Yeah. So
you know what else they don't let ugly ass women make country music either. They be regular. I'm telling you, they regulate all this shit. If you look,
we used to didn't let ugly women do R&B.
Yeah, no. I was just about to say, let's keep it all the way real.
They regulate the hell out of that.
No, that's regulated across all genres.
Oh, that's true. That's some of that.
No.
Jill Scott got bumped from the original Roots song.
Yes, you got me.
Put in
Erykah Badu. So I think in addition to that, what I would say is, and shout out to Sound in the City, who's he's
motherfucker.
No, time out.
Go ahead.
So Sound in the City. Shout out to him. He says the best music genre hasn't even been invented. I think that's I like that perspective. But this is what I'll say: the barrier to entry into music is based on looks across every genre. Because before, and this is why I think Adele is overrated, because Adele was put in the forefront of music, but when Kelly Price was on Biggie shit, they had her in the motherfucking cloud in the video. So it's like, so I would say music genres, I would agree with you, Trip, because I think just like what we talk about in Freshly Broken, it's replay value. That makes the song, the music is either good or bad. I think music is it's either good music or it's bad music because, come on now, we know these machines are behind this, and these machines want to categorize this so they can sell to specific demographics.
Well, look,
and that's why I think genres
if we go back
come
to
from.
If we go back to the Little Nas thing, like it was country for a while. He was on the country chart on the playlist, and everybody was cool with it till you got this little black kid that jumped up to number one. Now you got a black rapper that's the number one country song in the country. No, we can't have that shit.
Because they was cool. That was cool with Nelly because he was with Garth.
Okay,
but then look what happened. Yeah. Who remixed it for Lil Nas?
Hold on, fam.
I'm not sure.
It was some country singer remixed it for Lil Nas.
Oh, Billy Ray Cyrus.
And now they have to put it on the country chart.
Yep.
Because Billy Ray came to his defense in that shit. I'll say this, fam. Genres ain't bullshit for the simple fact that, motherfucker, if I had to go CD shopping with no genres, how the fuck I'm going to find the hell I'm looking for?
Because you like a group. You
like an artist. Man, but now I'm finding new shit.
So you want...
I'm finding new shit.
So
you're finding new rap shit.
Okay, but if I want some new rap shit, how the fuck I'm gonna find it?
How you gonna find new shit? Period.
How I'm gonna find the new rap shit?
How do you? Well,
that's what
the
genres are supposed to be for.
No, it hurts you like cattle.
Nah, but how's that a bad thing if that's what the hell I'm looking for?
Because then you're not gonna buy shit else.
No, that's not true. Yeah. That's not true at all. Now, getting exposed to something.
Okay, if we're talking about the average consumer, not a person who loves music, not somebody who was a rapper, not somebody who made beats, not a DJ who's digging in the crates and looking for that next loop or that next sample.
Okay,
we're talking about.
Hold on, has this person experienced? Are we talking a person who ain't never experienced music before?
If we're talking about an average consumer, they are going to stick in their lane and they will walk past every genre.
Okay, but
until they get to the one that says
that's not true. That's because what you're saying is a motherfucker can only like one genre of music.
I'm not saying they bullshit. They can like more than one, but how many of them do?
Yeah, so I think here's a fun thing about that, because when you guys are talking, I keep thinking two different scenes.
Yeah.
The first scene I see is where we walk into a record store.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right. However, but it's 2019. So now it's when we all pick up our smartphones. And if we were to all pick out our phones and let's just say we all had Spotify or we all had the same streaming service, I'm willing to bet while we may have similar songs, I'm willing to bet that there's something unique about all of our, and that's all categorized. So, like, do I really want to be?
They still doing the same shit on the streaming service. I don't care who you got.
Yes, no, that's exactly what I'm saying.
So you listen to whatever you listen to, right? And then they start, we got a suggested playlist.
See, but now that right there,
yeah, because I get offended when I listen to my own shit on Spotify and they recommend that. I'm like, who the fuck? Why would I listen to that shit? That's my shit.
No, it's funny. I got something on that too.
Like you suggested this because it's rap, or like you just.
See, that's the thing.
They get the suggestion like Lil Uzi and shit. I
get all that. But what you not gonna do? See, where I disagree with what Fam is saying is, I don't think there are people out here that only listen to one genre of music. They may that may be their preference. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that a motherfucker exists that, man, all I do is listen to hip hop. If a motherfucker singing, I don't think that's the case.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that's definitely the case with a lot of kids.
What age group are you talking about, JJ?
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. When
you're talking about music, the sad part is we don't move the music machine. At our age, we don't move the music machine.
Okay, but
the kids do.
That's fine. So, but you know what?
I work in a school. I got a school full of kids.
Have you ever told a kid that motherfucker you wrong? Can a motherfucker be wrong?
Yeah.
Okay, them motherfuckers is wrong. That's it, plain and simple.
I told it was a kid. He was like, "I'm gonna be a rapper and I'm gonna do this," and he was like, "Drake is the best ever." I was like.
That's what I'm saying. So why would you listen to that motherfucker and let him dictate your philosophy? He just proved to you he a fucking idiot, fam.
Why? Because he said Drake is the best?
Yeah, because he's the best ever. Like, motherfucker, you 15 years old, you've been listening to music 20 minutes. How the fuck you know who the best ever is?
In 15 minutes is ever.
But you just proved my point.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dog.
But you just proved my point.
No, fam.
You know why? Because you just said that he's not going to go outside of Drake.
But that's your job. See, you failed as a mentor, my brother. You failed. That's your job. You supposed to school him. You work in the school. You got to school him. He wrong as hell.
I'm trying to keep him from calling his teacher a bitch.
Oh, okay. Get him to...
Now let's talk about this Billy Ray.
I just gave Fam like 8 more jobs and shit.
Stop calling your teacher a bitch. Now let's listen to this black talk.
Yeah, we're going to listen to this gospel because this is a different genre. Nah, I'm fucking with you.
And even with that shit, like, And like I had a moment in life when like I was like a church dude and I actually like went and like paid attention.
Right.
You know,
and you ain't get struck. I get struck.
Get struck for what?
With lightning. I get struck with lightning if I went into church, fam.
See, I came to the conclusion that some of the shit that they feeding us is like 90% bullshit.
Okay.
So I'm not worried about getting struck by lightning.
Like grown people fairy tales.
Because like if he is a forgiving God, then he can't like kill me for like doing some shit that I'm supposed to do because they say we're not perfect. So I'm expected to fuck up at some point.
Right. I feel you.
But that's a whole nother subject.
Right. I'll leave them jokes alone.
But like they had like they got gospel rap.
Yep. So Lecrae is the shit.
Shout out to James Cleveland.
But why it just can't be rap? Because if you think about rap, me telling my story.
Yep.
So
because I'm a heathen fan,
but
I'll be mad if I grabbed a new hot hip hop shit and it was some gospel shit. And I want to hear some dope selling and some.
But that's not true because
if you look at your life. You got a moment in your life where that shit fit. You got a moment in your life where we selling dope and pimping hoes. So why you can't have both? Why you got to say no? You over here, and you over here.
So here's this is my take, and it has nothing to do about the sound itself. I believe the best music genre, and it's because of all of this discussion that we just had. The best music genre is hip hop. And I say that is because much like these other music genres, it's one stole from the other to create a subgenre, yada yada. But they're all divisive. The one thing about hip hop is what other genre of music has brought people from all over the world together and have one commonality? Why is it that artists from the 80s and the 90s can still go tour overseas?
Well,
so
I think you really want to take it all the way back.
He picked the one that he do.
Right. But if you take it all the way back.
I'm a gospel singer.
If you take it.
What are you talking about?
If you take it all the way back.
Gospel after
If we want to take it all the way back, then everything that we do musically stemmed from the church, from the slavery days.
I thought he was finna say the drums in Africa.
No. Like the call and response, even in hip hop, you do call and response. That's from church. When they was marching to the Underground Railroad, they were singing gospel songs, but it was call and response. So if I say wade in the water, somebody respond, that tell me where the fuck to go. But all of that stuff, it moved from the church. So then you had
that
people,
don't sound like no.
Guess what?
But
it wasn't church though. But no. They fed us Christianity, so it wasn't church. So it was whatever our native religion was.
It was whatever. They called it gospel music at that point. Yeah, this is genre. So this
well, back then you had genre they put gospel music and devil music,
right?
That was
so
it.
So then that moved from the church or whatever the Christian whatever songs they called them.
People moved from
then
the
it
church.
moved from that to blues, rhythm and blues, and then they mimicked some of the stuff from church music to rhythm and blues music, and then it moved from that to R&B, and that's why people didn't like Ray Charles, because Ray Charles songs sound like he took church songs and he switched the words.
Yeah, he took the chords.
But it's the same chords.
So you're saying the best music genre is church?
Well, I'm saying
that's what it sounds like, fam.
If we have to put it in a genre, everything built from that.
But don't call it church music.
You can't call it church music. Because it's music. Because it's music. Because they were slaves. They were just singing. They called them spirituals then. But it was just music. It was somebody who loved music.
What I would say then, I wouldn't give that to
it goes back
music.
to what I said in the beginning, nigga.
So I would say that would be
genres are bullshit.
No, that would be Afro punk. That would be soulful Afro punk.
You think they bullshit?
Afro
genres
fusion.
Are bullshit.
You know what, fam? Hey, if genres bullshit,
listen, Afro beats is a music genre. So I would say then the best music genre is soulful Afro beats.
Fam, all I'm gonna say to that genres bullshit shit is imagine if your ass went in a grocery store and nothing had a label on it.
Yeah.
I want some green beans.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing. That does not mean I'll never eat peas.
Do the can say green beans?
Nope. The can don't say nothing because labels is bullshit.
That's different.
All I'm saying is if I go to the store and I know what the fuck I want,
I want some. You thought you wanted some green beans,
and you come home and it's corn, and you gonna be mad in a bitch. That's not bullshit.
So JG wore labels, y'all.
Hey, and what if it was? But what if it wasn't? What if it wasn't with the vegetables? They got that shit over by the bread, and you don't know what nothing is in the store. You just go in and grab shit. How the fuck you gonna make a meal, fam?
This motherfucker just bungee.
How you gonna make a meal, fam? Nigga, what's for dinner, man? We having corn, nigga. We having cereal with no milk. And you know what I'm saying?
Because wait.
Because labels is bullshit, fam.
Say we never had dinner like that as kids with the labels.
We ain't had no money. That's different. I come from a pancakes for dinner kind of motherfucking family, fam.
Syrup sandwiches.
That box, that box.
Government cheese.
Hey, that box was
listen, about government cheese, like when you can slice government cheese thin, you was the shit.
That shit impossible, fam. Not to get a whole slice. My pops actually came
put like
home,
2 halves together and make a whole slice.
With a cheese slicer, and I tried to use that shit and broke the cheese.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
See, this is why I think we're called the Melodrama Podcast.
Word.
We just went from music to government cheese.
That's fam. But that's how life goes sometimes, you know. Especially when you ain't got that no labels, my nigga.
That cheese didn't have a label while you bullshit.
Matter of fact,
black and white box.
Hey, why they call us a podcast, fam? That's bullshit, fam. Don't label us a podcast.
Okay, so what we gonna be?
You know, what's
shit
talking? Motherfuckers talking.
All right,
shit.
You are tuned in to the only motherfuckers talking in the universe.
And I'm your favorite fast food.
Oh yeah. Look at that ass.
I can't wait till we get some sponsors, dog, because that would have been like the perfect spot for like a commercial break and shit.
Government cheese.
Yeah, government cheese. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Hey, put sugar
take
on
a
your
swig
cheese.
and just be like, you know what I'm saying? Like this shit right here.
Twinkle in your eye.
Oh my god.
We can sell some shit, man. We can sell some shit.
Oh my god.
That's funny.
So we got 2 topics left.
So we did not answer the question.
So we need y'all to go follow us on IG.
Yeah, where's that?
Melodrama Podcast on IG.
Word.
Yeah.
Follow us on Facebook.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Who else? Where else needs to be followed
at?
You got to follow our sponsor.
Yeah.
Freshly Broken Records.
Freshly Broken on Spotify, on IG. Also follow Unify Records as well.
Facts.
And what we're gonna do too, I would say in future shows.
Genre on lock.
What's that?
Unify Records.
Yeah.
Hip hop.
Government cheese. That's the best genre.
Both that shit. You know what I'm saying? Both them shits, man.
Oh shit!
Hey, who was that dude?
Label and category different.
Label and category, yeah. What a label and category genre is different.
I'm saying,
I see, yeah.
I just want to have an idea. Like I'll give you a perfect example, right? Like we was talking before we started about the homie Dave East.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan, right?
Okay.
But if you look at Dave East's first album cover, if you didn't know already that shit was hip hop, you would have no clue what the fuck it is. So then it's like, why would you grab it? Because it's just a picture basically of his face on a white album cover. But and it said, hold on. Just let me get this out. And then it says Dave East, and then it's got his daughter's name, Kyrie Chanel. That's all that's on the cover.
Right.
So I ain't got no clue what the fuck that is. Now, unless I'm just an adventurous motherfucker, like, shit, I got $10, $12 to burn. Let me just see what's happening. Some people are like that.
I see what you're saying. You want to be pointed in a certain direction.
In a certain direction. That's all I'm saying, fam. And the genre, if they use the genre for that, I'm cool.
If we use it for a spectrum of music,
that's it.
Yes, but we know that it's way bigger than being used as a spectrum.
But
of
now,
music.
when you go to the seat, but I think that came from they don't do that.
Look what they did to it though. Like it went from when we used to go, because I know y'all don't go to record stores. Yeah. Y'all don't even.
But that's the problem.
Y'all don't know that they ever existed but when we used to go to Sam Goody, you had hip hop.
Yep.
Yeah. You had country.
Yep.
You had rock.
Yep.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Because then you're telling me that's not a genre. You're telling me a sound. That's cool. But now we go and you got gangster rap.
See, that's because you let them redefine the genre.
And I did not.
And you know
No. To your point, though, that's what I still go by.
To your point, back in the day, in those stores, those record stores, you had the subgenres, but you also had a wall where all the hottest shit, no matter what, was actually all in the same spot. So it was, is this shit dope?
But even still,
it was all
like,
in the same space.
A lot of the times, that new artist that you picked up wasn't on some whim shit and like. you didn't stumble upon it unless you was just like some adventurous motherfucker. It was usually one of your guys.
Yeah, put you up on it.
Some verse you heard on somebody else's album. Because shit, that's how I'd pick up speak like, hey, you gotta hear this.
Yeah.
And I throw in my beat. You know?
Yeah.
First time we heard Jay-Z, we was riding with our guy Tavares, and Tavares was like, you gotta hear this. And he put it in, and the first song we was like, man, get this bullshit out of here.
Yeah.
And we put my beat back in, and then next thing you know, a couple of weeks later, we like, can I live?
Oh, Reasonable Doubt?
Yeah. First
Y'all went with it?
No, not really.
That's because y'all was weird, fam. That shit was fire from day one.
It wasn't gangster enough for me.
I feel you.
Because we was like...
It was East Coast. I was West Coast too then.
Man, we was listening to West Side Connection.
All of that shit. Just because that shit meant it. And you know why? To really bring this shit back around, you know why you fuck with the West Coast? Because that shit was funk. The samples was funk.
And you know what? And that's a good point because I listened to Too Short when he was on the Questlove Supreme podcast. And it's what a lot of people don't know. Too Short always had live musicians in his albums. He always had live musicians, and it did come from the school of funk.
It was all funk.
So the guys like that, guys like Scarface, they always had some live, and Face plays himself, and he makes beats. So So what I want to do is switch gears since Government Cheese is the best music genre
by far.
So like this is something again that
they still got that shit.
What's that?
Government cheese. Like if you wanted to, because them grilled cheese sandwiches was fire.
They put it in the senior commodity boxes now, so you got to find.
You got to be old.
Got to find somebody like.
Oh
over 60.
my god,
that's fucked up, fam. That's fucked. See.
I can tell you where to go. You might
nigga, that age discrimination.
Somebody for their block.
That's age discrimination. That's bullshit.
You got to go to like Northcott or Silver Spring.
That's fucked up. Dog, them government. Hey, them
somebody
government
coming out with their box. You might be able to buy them.
I'm gonna do that because them government cheese grilled cheese sandwiches was fire.
Yo, so if we ever start naming the podcast aside from just episode 2, the name of this podcast would be Government Cheese.
GUBMENT. Government cheese. It's gotta be.
And the S and C's.
No, remember that powdered milk? It's like they had a bucket, fam.
The peanut butter with the oil on the top. You had to stir it up.
And shit. That shit'll break your knife.
Hey,
fam.
that's still actually in natural peanut butter. That oil is still in there. So maybe that was like organic. Shout out to the government being vegan.
Yeah, they was trying to be, fam.
I love vegans.
That shit was good.
I eat beef, so the beef won't eat your food.
I like vegans. I just need them to shut the fuck up, man.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? Them cats, man. I'm like, dog, they need to slap the shit out of somebody button on social media. Like, dog, really? Man?
Vegans treat meat eaters like we terrorists.
Right, like, fam, why would you? I like food, but I don't like food much to, enough to get my ass whooped behind it. And
quit playing like
you out here trying to start fights and shit.
Chicken.
You know what I'm
saying?
Oh
right. My God.
You know what I'm saying? Dog, I remember my homie was a vegan dog. He made his daughter be a vegan dog. So he bring her to the parties. We had a party at McDonald's, and every motherfucking kid in the world like chicken nuggets.
Yeah,
and his daughter eating like some beans out of Ziploc bag and shit. I said, man, why the fuck you do the baby like that, fam? Why you do the baby like that, man? You know what I'm saying? That's bogus. Why the fuck she in McDonald's,
this nigga said she had a McDonald's party and she opened up some beans.
She eating beans out of Ziploc bag, fam. And you know what, dog? Look, man, I'm like, bless her heart. She was trying to front.
Tastes like
she trying to front like that shit was delicious. I'm like, man, quit forcing your shit on that baby, man. That's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway,
dude.
Shout out to vegans, fam.
Put the V in there for vegans.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the vegans, fam. We love you. You motherfuckers still gonna die when you 85 anyway. I'm just saying. Just like the rest of us.
Oh my God.
Hey, but you know what?
Skinny casket.
Speaking of that, and we can transition into
casket.
You know what I'm saying?
So you got the plant-based. You got the plant-based Whopper, right?
Oh my God! I've seen them motherfuckers say they put you in a bag and plant a tree in you, fam. Them motherfuckers is insane. I'm like, what the fuck?
Dude said,
do you eat?
Yes, I eat. Yeah.
But he's not one of them Nazis, though.
I eat the Impossible Burger.
You eat the Impossible Burger. You eat the Whopper.
That shit is gonna turn you into a zombie.
Here's my thing, because I know vegans. It can't be a health thing, because I was gonna eat it because I'm a diabetic, so I try to cut as many carbs out of my diet as possible. But when I looked up the Impossible Burger and I looked up the Whopper, I might as well have the fucking Whopper.
Yeah. Fam,
there's no health benefit to the fucking Impossible Burger besides eating some fucking beans and grass. But you still get all the calories. Like, what the fuck is the point?
Well, that's because it's Burger King. But if you can get that same burger, you buy it, the health benefits is better.
I got one for you. I got one for you.
Are you reading the box because the burger came in? Because the box that the burger came in is only going to tell you the health benefits of that patty.
Right.
But when you add bread and mayo and shit, you getting the same shit. Like, that's like eating a salad and getting the same calories as a candy bar. What the fuck?
Right.
That's the fuck is the point?
True shit. Fam, like, you ever seen a fat-free hot dog?
No,
that motherfucker is the same size as the hot dog. So I'm like, well, if you took the fat out, what the fuck? What the fuck
why is this the same size?
What you put in? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck else?
Like, what is the filler?
If you do the studies, man, they'll say some of that shit is actually worse than the rest. Like, margarine is worse than butter because of the other shit they put in it.
Like the plant-based chicken. But it got grill lines. That's paint.
Fam.
You paint black lines like... I don't know what they painted on there with.
My vegetarian chicken nuggets are the shit.
Fam, to tie that shit
Shout
back
out to Morningstar. If you want to sponsor us at the Melodrama podcast, Morningstar, holla at your boy.
Hey, you know what? If really, real talk, send us some motherfucking samples. We'll eat that shit live on the air and give you the real.
Yeah, because listen,
I'll give you the real.
Morningstar nuggets, they're the shit.
So let's segue.
Do you try to take your steak and make it taste like broccoli?
The fuck no!
Why they keep trying? But why they keep trying to make our shit? Why they keep trying to make their shit taste like our shit? That shit ain't gonna make me eat it.
Man, if you like vegetables, eat your shit.
I eat vegetables, fam.
If that's what you want to eat broccoli.
I don't
let your broccoli taste like broccoli. Let your cauliflower taste like cauliflower.
You don't want cauliflower buffalo wings?
I don't need none of that shit, fam.
No.
That shit's good.
If you don't like meat,
just tell me it's cauliflower.
Why you want to eat fake meat?
That's what I'm saying, fam. All right.
It's not even about liking meat. It's just there are better health benefits in eating something that's from a plant.
So why does it have to look like meat?
They don't have to.
So
they think that's going to trick us.
It aesthetically pleases you visually to look at some mashed up beans and plants and shit in the shape of some meat that you no longer like.
That's art, nigga.
That shit is.
You know what's art
imitates life.
Yes, art imitates life.
That's
disappointment.
Art is a perfectly grilled steak.
That's disappointment, fam.
With some mushrooms.
When I bite into a
some
steak
A1 sauce.
And it's a damn cabbage. That shit is disappointing, fam.
He said when I bite into a steak, it's a
fucking cabbage. I'm like, fam, this shit. You see that face like
rip your chicken open and broccoli fall out.
You know what I mean?
Deep fried broccoli.
I'm just like, fam. I'm like,
and that's the other thing. Like, so it's deep. The chicken at KFC is still fried chicken.
Yeah.
So you're frying it like it's.
Dude, everybody has a cheat day though.
Because it's healthy.
I don't get it.
Is it supposed to be healthy or is it just like you think this is bad that I shouldn't eat animals because animals have a right to live? What is
I think
it
depends. I think it depends on the person.
If your stance is that I think animals got a right to live, then that's cool. I get that. I think.
More for me, nigga.
I think I get that, but I don't really get that because you still you got what kind of shoes you wear? Do you wear plastic shoes?
Fuck that.
They got plant-based shoes too.
I think them motherfuckers want to be vegetables.
Start a fight with me, I'm gonna water your fucking feet and watch your ass take root.
Them motherfuckers will. They drink too much water, they gonna start growing roots, fam. I'm trying to tell you.
So
I think they want to be vegetables.
As black men or as men general.
Okay.
What's our take on health? Or
self-care?
Self-care.
So I think and this is what I want to do, and now I want to start to do this actually every show that we do, like in the spirit of this topic, self-care. I want us to do like what we would do like in a session, like a therapy session, like we're gonna, and you doing it in groups, check in. So before we dive into this topic of self-care, let's do how are you doing physically, emotionally, and spiritually, and whatever you categorize as spiritually.
You first.
I was gonna say,
he always sticking us with the shit and then want to wait and watch.
This motherfucker asking trick questions. We homies.
Okay. This ain't about making homies, man. Last week he was making up words and shit,
trying to make us look stupid and shit. Oh, it was cool.
So,
how you doing?
How am I doing physically?
I'm gonna take you off my playlist. That's some bullshit.
Let's see. Physically, fuck all y'all. I would say physically, I think I'm doing okay. I think I'm doing okay for my age. I think I'm trying to stay healthy in that regard and shit like that. But I understand that different aches and shit that just comes with being old. Nice. So physically, I would say I'm doing pretty good. Spiritually, I think I'm doing great because I think that one of the biggest things I do when I try to live my life now is, am I walking in my purpose? So I feel like I am, excuse me, every day. So yeah, so I think spiritually I'm in a phenomenal place. Emotionally, I think also I'm in a really good place because I'm just in a space in my life where I'm gonna be me no matter what. No matter what life throws at me. So I would say, yeah, emotionally doing fantastic.
Got a question.
Yeah.
So as a vegan rapper, are you allowed to have
Hold up.
Can you have beef with another MC?
What rhyme with asparagus, man?
What?
Joe! My nigga!
What? Nigga talking about asparagus?
Yo!
And split your carrot
You slipped that one in, fam. You slipped that one in, fam. I ain't even kidding.
First of all, nigga.
That was a bar, my nigga.
He's like, can you have beef?
That was that was funny.
That was a Mayweather.
I can't even listen to Biggie's What Beef no more. First of all, I'm not a vegan at all. I'm not a vegan. I like cheese. And I fucks with the dairy.
Word.
And yeah, if you want a beef, I still got smoke.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
My dude.
All right, checking in. What we checking in with? Is it physically?
Yeah, how you doing physically, emotionally, and spiritually?
Physically, I guess I'm okay.
Okay.
I got a cold, but physically, like
Jeremy,
me who I am, like I'm always physically battling because I am a diabetic, so that's considered a chronic illness.
Word.
So like physically, I'm always battling, keeping my blood sugars at a certain level, A1C at a certain level. So I always got to be mindful and conscious of like what the fuck I'm taking in,
right?
Shit like that. So like coffee, no sugar.
Word.
I might go get a hot dog, throw the bread away. Shit like that.
Okay.
Okay.
So physically, that I go to the gym so that shit feel good or whatever.
Did you say coffee with no sugar?
Yeah, but I just do cream. But you get used to it, like
yeah,
you get used to that. You get used to like diet sodas. You get used to drinking more water.
Damn.
Like you find out that a lot of shit is just based on like the taste palette that you develop.
Facts.
Based on what you take in and what you become used to.
Mm-hmm.
Like some shit like I just wouldn't even try before, but then you try it and you find out like mentally a lot of that shit is a mental block.
Okay.
And then you find out like it's not as bad and you get used to it. And now at the point where like if I drink a regular soda, because if you drink a diet soda, you're gonna say this is sweet as shit.
Mm-hmm.
But if I drink a regular soda, I get a bitter aftertaste from the actual sugar that's in the regular soda.
Now you like immune to it,
right? Because I'm used to the taste and whatever sweetener or whatever's in diet soda. Now diet soda doesn't give me any health benefits, but I don't take in the extra sugar and calories that I would get from a regular soda.
Right.
Spiritually, like I've gotten to a point in my life. I'm 43, and I've gotten to a point where like I just like, for lack of a better term, is just I don't really give a fuck about a bunch of shit. Because I think especially in our younger years, we give a fuck about how people see us. We give a fuck about how people think. We give a fuck about failing in front of people. So like, I really don't give a fuck. Like, if I fail in front of you, so fucking what? I tried. If you didn't try, then you worse than me.
Facts.
I don't really give a fuck on how you see me, because like, at this point, like, unless you like a millionaire, a billionaire, you can give me some money. Like, you in the same boat as me. So if you don't like me, I really don't give a fuck, because you liking me doesn't benefit me in any shape, form, or fashion.
Yeah.
So like, really, I go through life. I do me. I do what pleases me, what makes me happy, and what keeps the people around me, in the space that they need to be in. So spiritually, like, I'm good with that. And that works for me, and it might not work for everybody else because saying that you don't give a fuck and actually not giving a fuck is two different things.
Real shit.
And then the other thing is like as long as I'm like helping people, and I think part of me it does like to help people on some level, not in a sense of like I'm giving motherfuckers money or I'm like giving people like a leg up because I'm not rich. I can't fucking give you shit. But I like to build people. I'm a human service professional, so like I like to empower people. So I took some time this summer because I'm usually off in the summers, and I not rebranded, but began to like focus more on branding. My clothing line and the shit that I do, and it's more body positive. Because I do a lot of clothing stuff for females. Mm-hmm. So like a lot of my promotions is like body positive and embracing who you are, loving your curves, loving whatever your perfect imperfections are. Because you look at like
because
fashion,
that's 90% of the fucking people,
right? But if you look
probably 95.
But if you look at fashion, like you got motherfuckers, they advertise clothes like everybody's like a size 4. Like the fuck no,
sure.
You go to the store and whatever. Like I really I started with the boy shorts and shit, and Speaker was around. And it was like I've always liked thicker girls, but you get tired of
because they be warm, my nigga.
But and you grab their ass and your fingers, sink in and shit.
Shout out to all the women that can go outside without ankle weights when it's windy out.
But how many times have you got with a big girl and like she take her clothes off and it's like some ugly ass drawers?
Good.
Right. So it's like
sheets.
Right. So I was like, I can take
them shits is like fitted
I can take those same drawers and put the same message that's on the skinny girl drawers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it'd be a dude there. Motherfuckers can talk what they want to talk.
Yeah.
But it'd be a dude there.
Oh,
man.
For sure.
You know
so
I mean?
You got Keisha with a big ass and she take it off and it can be blue cotton plain boy shorts, or it could be blue cotton boy shorts and say smack my ass.
Word.
Smack my ass wins every time.
I'm with that.
Flawless victory.
I'm with that. I'm just saying, fam. Yo, hey, fuck standards, nigga. If you ain't never had a fat girl, you missing. That motherfucker be hot. I ain't talking about 98 degrees, fam. That motherfucker like 118 degrees.
You might as well just tap out.
That shit different.
You never had a BBW. You just tap out.
You know
walk
what
out
else?
The game.
You know what else? You know what else? You talk about appreciation. Hold on. Now I'm speaking from my experience, right?
For sure.
When you get you one, that ain't had 7,000 niggas throwing dick at her, 16 times a day. When she get hold of one, she get hold of a dude,
a real one,
that motherfucker be happy.
Yeah.
That's all. I'm just gonna keep it real.
That's real shit.
You know what I mean?
That's
that motherfucker be happy.
Yeah.
And warm.
Yo, but how do we get to?
So wait, talking about what my man said.
So emotionally, does that make you feel good?
Hell yeah.
Since that's part of your check-in.
Hell fucking yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
The fuck?
So yeah. Women with curves, you make Trip feel good. Thank you.
For sure.
For your
Trip
service.
that gear I seen his website.
Man.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I looked at one of them and almost slipped my wedding ring off and shit. I was finna swan dive in the inbox, fam. I'm just keeping it.
Just don't jump in my inbox.
Nah, not you. I'm
jump
talking
in
about
their inbox.
Yeah, the girl, the sister. And that's cool that you ain't had a name on there because I couldn't find her. You know what I mean? So that's it. Saved my marriage, my brother. I appreciate you. I'm just saying. That motherfucker, boy, I was like, man. Because I was thinking, I looked at that picture, I said, that's about 118 degrees. You know what I'm saying? Like, man.
Piping hot.
I'm just trying to tell you, fam. I'm trying to tell you. Shout out to the bigger sisters, fam.
That car that Domino's developed.
Yeah.
They keep the pizza warm when it comes to your house.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you.
It's your turn.
It is? I gotta say something? Okay. Let me see. Self-care. So physically, you know what, man? Physically, I'm paying the price for not listening to the medical advice I got when I was an in shape motherfucker coming back from the army, running 2 miles in 12 minutes and shit. The doc was like, yo, he said, with you being a bow-legged dude, you're going to have knee problems.
Okay.
You need to watch your weight for the rest of your life. You get too big, knees gonna go. We talking knee replacement surgery, shit that. So health wise, I'm in the process of getting back into the gym.
Okay.
You know, they say I found out that for every 1 pound you lose, it takes 4 pounds of pressure off your knees.
Damn.
So I'm working with this shit here. Plus it really fucked with my ego that my 16-year-old son, I can't fuck with him on the court right now. that pissed me off.
Yeah.
So I got to get some vengeance on dude. But,
hey, yeah, that's real.
You
that's
know,
real.
But what was the second Lee? After physically, spiritually.
Yeah.
Spiritually, man, I say me and the universal spirits, we got to understand it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't come in my house, I don't really go in this, man. I'm going to live my life. I'm an earthly kind of motherfucker.
Okay.
So, you know, I do what I'm supposed to do down here. I keep to myself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't start no shit. You know what I'm saying? I just handle everything that come my way.
Mm-hmm.
Try to make the world easier for my kids than it was for me.
Word up.
You know what I'm saying? And it's funny. We were talking about dreams earlier. I remember one of my homies just asked me recently if you still dream. I'm like, man, no, I don't. I gave up on that shit. I don't dream anymore.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But what I do is I enjoy my kids being able to chase their dream.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I don't really miss it. Like I said, fam, I ain't finna be number one on the hip hop charts and shit. I gave that shit up in high school. So.
Okay.
But my kids, I'm proud of the fact that, you know, they can do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Word.
And that's where I get my peace from. You know, caskets. Plus I got me a woman at the house that smile at me every now and then, so that shit cool too.
Yeah. That's what's up. What I mean? That's what's up.
I'm
man.
Good, fam.
And then and emotionally.
I'm pissed off all the fucking time, fam. I'm just keeping G with you, fam. We got a cloud in the White House. You know what I'm saying? I can't make my son a boy. I can't make my daughter a girl. It just this shit is all fucked. I gotta listen to motherfucking mumble rappers and shit on the radio. Shit is all fucked up, fam. So, but I'm good in my anger. I ain't out of control with it. But I will say, I gotta throw a few levels.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cool.
Okay.
Or we going to war.
Yeah.
I gotta throw a couple levels in between. I gotta.
Now you sounding bipolar.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, fam. I'm just keeping G with you, fam.
But I think that's just so important, dude, because like we as men of color, we don't ever really talk about taking care of ourselves.
Nah.
So like, I mean, I think that shit's like super duper important. Like,
wait, hold on. You wrong. We do, because what I asked you when I came in, you good? That's about it.
So
that's all we do. You
so
know what I'm saying? Right?
And it's like,
you good?
Yeah, but it's like as opposed to like just that deep dive. And the funny thing is like, we just need to do a better job of like, as a phrase says, being our brother's keeper and like holding each other accountable for different shit. And then, because at the end of the day, if we hold each other accountable and we all have different, we have a common link, which we're trying to improve the lives of others by one way or the other. That's what we do collectively. So to help us all help ourselves, if we hold each other accountable, like, how are you doing with that? Yo, you still you still following your shit? Like just different things like that. Like me and my cousin I was just like, damn, I need to drink more water. And he was like, as soon as I got back from the honeymoon, he's like, all right, playtime's over. Are you fucking drinking enough water? Just simple shit like that as men, we got to make sure we're fucking taking care of ourselves.
Yeah, but you know what?
Man, fuck water.
Every dude...
Why? Because
fucked up the sponsorship.
Because it's vegan?
No, right? No, dog,
this nigga wants some meat in his water.
Dog, I told you I'm bipolar, fam. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, our number one sponsor is water. But fuck water, though. I'm just saying. Dog.
I love you, water. Fuck you.
Damn. If you drink a bottle of water, why you gotta piss 19 times in 4 minutes, fam?
Yo.
That's that. I drive for work, fam. You know what I'm saying? I can't. You can't be pissing on trees and shit on the side of the road, man. What?
19 times.
19 times in 4 minutes, man, from a bottle of water. That's some bullshit. There's something wrong.
You might need to go visit.
I
your
might
physician.
have to go check them out.
Okay,
so unfuck water until I go to the physician.
Yeah.
My fault, fam. You was making a point. I'm sorry.
I forgot what the fuck I was
All right, cool. I appreciate you for getting your point to help me out.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, you were saying like checking in and holding each other accountable. Like
Right.
everybody can't handle that. Like
yeah, man.
You know, you call somebody on not standing up to what they said they was gonna do, and you might have to come to blows with some people.
They gonna start blocking your
numbers.
You know,
and you know, then like we come from a generation where people were like, you know, they want the men to step up and be in these dudes' lives that's not their kids or is their kids. But when a dude holds another young man accountable for doing some unyoung man type shit, then you get the don't say shit to my kid.
That's not your son. You ain't my daddy.
So it's like, can you really hold we hold each other accountable, you know, and that's what we do. But shit, I've been riding with you since we was like 14, 15.
Yeah, you got to have that personal relationship first.
Yeah.
But even in that vein, like,
because there's some shit.
There was somebody at one point. There was another cat with us that, you know, like. Speak said some shit and it didn't go too well, and like we ain't really heard from him since.
You know, and I didn't kill him either. If you're wondering, like, I know we're in an easy.
It's a body in the trunk, son. What's it gonna be?
I don't know where the body is. I was not present.
Exactly.
He's still breathing. We just say fuck with
that. But that's real though, because like, okay, we just met recently. I ain't gonna say when, but because it might fuck with the show or whatever. But we just met recently.
I met the nigga last week.
No, I was gonna say last night.
So they
didn't know each other the last show.
It's some shit that like I wouldn't say to you because that ain't my place yet. You know what I'm saying? We ain't, you know what I mean? So there's that little boundary too. But then the other thing, I'll be honest with y'all, man, with my struggle with self-care is because I'm a dad and because I'm a husband and I'm such a duty-bound person. That's just me. I'm a duty-bound person.
Yeah.
Some of that self-care shit almost feels selfish.
Yes.
Well,
you dig what I'm saying?
I think historically that's
especially
exactly when the dad in the family role. Yes. I think historically the dad has always put everybody else in front of him. Yeah. I know that the moms put everybody in front of them, and I know, you know, kudos to the moms. I'm not taking anything away from the moms, but the dads always have put everybody else in front of them. I'm gonna work these extra hours. I'm tired of shit. My knees hurt.
Pick up this part-time job.
I only slept 2 hours, but you would say overtime. I'm gonna do this overtime. You know, like I've canceled doctor's appointments because I forgot that my kid had a game and they had to be picked up. You know, just shit like. You know,
shit, we rescheduled today because my kid had a game.
This is like, you know, like this is my responsibility.
Facts.
You know, if you're a responsible dude, like your responsibility, or if you gave your word, it's like, you know, I got to do this.
Facts. Yeah,
you know, no matter how much of a hole this is gonna put me in. If I say like, look, loan me 40 until Monday, and Monday come, and I only got 50, but I owe you 40, I gotta give you that 40, and I'm gonna have to figure out either how to make some more money or how to make that 10-piece stretch.
Man, I'm trying to tell you.
But the thing is, the point about that, but we gotta break that shit down. We gotta stop moving from, like, it's not selfish. Think about the old concept, you know, the shit that we hear when we get on the plane. Save yourself before you save your child. And like,
you know what?
Having to manage people.
Man, I would not do that.
Fuck
shit.
them.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Save myself before I save my child.
I would not do that.
That's my legacy.
Yep. But hold on.
I've lived 43 years.
Hear me out.
My son is 14.
But he's right. But that is the right thing to do.
Move it to a day-to-day thing. So so I manage people, and what I have to tell people is, if you're not your best you're not going to be able to help whoever you're set to go out and help. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying turn your back on things.
I advocate for self-nurturing.
Yeah, so
you should nurture yourself. You can't pour out of an empty glass.
You have to, and that's the part. But we take it to the extreme. We don't self-nurture. Self-care, self-nurture, that's the same shit. We don't do it, and we need to get it out of our heads that it's selfish. That's not fucking selfish.
Man,
we got to make sure we good to make sure the people that are our legacy are fucking good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But it's how can I put it? It's gonna come from somewhere eventually.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you
and
I see that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's certain shit that I know I need to be doing. I just don't have the energy to do because I'm worn out from taking care of everybody else. And dog, I mean, you're gonna if you because I'm denying myself a lot of self-care. I'm aware of it.
Yeah.
And the body is kind of
your body
reacts in extreme.
Yes, your body.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
you go it out for so long, the body gonna be like, okay, take this motherfucker right here, sit your ass down. You ain't sleeping enough.
Listen
you know what I mean?
Yep.
That kind of stuff. But dog, on the flip side, on the bipolar side, man, I make pretty good money.
Yeah.
And on payday, man, I looked at a check a couple times like, I might need to try this deadbeat dad shit out.
Wait.
You know what I'm saying?
Did y'all say
the buck?
Did y'all say the baking soda go in
Bam,
first?
man. I'm sitting there like, yo. You know what I'm saying?
What temperature should the water be boiling at before I put the Pyrex
I'm trying
in?
to dog speak. I'm
Dude,
telling you,
listen,
fam.
I had
been
no
like,
no, we were driving.
Word.
And you just said,
oh, for sure, fam. For sure. I'm just, fam, let's speak to the emotional state. Because I done looked at some of them checks I wrote for the school, like,
oh my,
this Corvette money, fam. You know what I'm saying? This midlife crisis averted money. This is, this is not tuition, motherfucker. What the fuck? Man, you motherfuckers need some jobs. That's what I'm about to tell my son. Hey, dog, fuck ball. You need a job, my dude, because daddy needs some things. You know what I'm saying? You motherfuckers walk around here fresh. I'm in work clothes, my dude. This shit, this ain't player, man. This ain't player, fam. That's not how it's supposed to be.
My God.
But you know what though? Now it's funny. My reactions in all of them jokes, my reactions is what's the bullshit.
Yeah.
My actions are actually real.
Yes.
That's what I go in my house.
The thing is, like, your reactions aren't the bullshit.
Well, no, I mean,
your reactions
literally they are, but I feel that.
It's how we feel at that moment.
Yeah, facts.
And the thing is that when you talk about self-care, it's like, I can't, and like we touched on it last week, like, I can't negate how I feel.
Facts.
Like, I feel like this is some bullshit
that
I just finally got some extra money and I was finna go buy me some motherfucking Jordans.
Right.
And now my son done bust through the front of his shoes and now I gotta wear these motherfucking Timberlands for a whole nother 2 weeks. Nope, because next week is rent check. So I gotta wear these Timberlands for a whole nother month and get my son these shoes and hope that he don't bust out these motherfuckers by then.
Yep.
Wow.
That's
So
how
I would
it
say,
should be,
so the consensus is self-care is for men, and that's why we got to hold each other accountable. It's a battle. It's a constant fucking.
And this is what I used to when I did do case management is you gotta. I used to do a nurturing fathers group, and you gotta look at some of the smaller things because we can't always get to the bigger things. But if you can take an hour out a day. For yourself, where you don't do anything for anybody except yourself. You know, that replenishes what you gave out that day. If you can't take an hour a day, if you could take 1 day a week where you go and you do something for just you just take care of JG for 1 day. You just take care of Speak for 1 day. And it could be you go get a haircut, you go get a shave, you go take yourself to lunch, you go, watch a movie, like some shit where it's like you just worrying about you for that moment in time and you don't interrupt that time for anybody else. And you tell your kids like, look, not that I don't love you, but this is daddy time. I need 5 hours. Give me 5 hours. And then you got me for the rest of the week, whatever it take. But you got to take that time you got to make some more Kool-Aid because you can't keep pouring Kool-Aid out the pitcher and never make more Kool-Aid because you're going to come one day and that motherfucker going to be empty.
Yeah.
And then we're going to be visiting your ass down at, mental health or some shit because you just got to a point where you couldn't take it no more. Some shit happened. I don't know. You walking down the street, playing tag with moving cars or some shit.
on that Martin Lawrence shit, you know what I'm saying? They trying to kill me.
I was playing frozen
nigga,
tag
they going to work.
on Highway 45.
What you arrested me for? I was just racing that Mustang. I had him too. I had him.
I ran the 400-meter in high school.
Oh my gosh!
I'm trying to tell you, fam. I'm dog, man. Your body will sit you down. Dog.
And you know what? Girls do it, even like some girls do it, not all of them, but most girls do it. And we kind of get, we look at the shit funny, like when they go to the nail shop. That's self-nurturing.
That's facts.
The spa day. That's just the bottle of wine. As long as it ain't like alcoholic consumption amounts. That's that's self-nurturing. All that shit is self-nurturing. But like for dudes, like we don't do that. And we need to. So like for somebody like us being here today is kind of self-nurturing.
Oh, for sure.
Because
that's what I was gonna say. That's
blow off some steam. You can talk shit. And you can judge me on my point of view. I really don't give a fuck. This is my point of view. You got yours, and I'm gonna voice mine, and you can log in and voice yours.
Word.
We might you'll read it. We'll say it over, whatever. But that's self-nurturing.
Yeah.
You can release something, so you're not carrying that shit for like the next
Absolutely.
7 days.
Yeah, because the motherfucking your body will let you know physically. Like this morning, my body told me, you better stop sleeping on that chair in the man cave, nigga. Because when I came up the stairs, I felt like somebody shot me in my back. I don't even know where the fuck that came from. Body was like, see, you sleeping in that chair with your head cocked like this. I'm gonna fuck with you. Don't do that shit no more. But then mentally, you'll notice, man, like, man, dude at the job that you ain't really cool with, that Tuesday he might get the business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That shit get, because it's
had enough.
Yeah, you got to have your full faculties, man, in order to be able to tolerate some of the morons we work with. Everybody work with morons. Hell, your boss probably a moron. You know that. You know how this shit go. You know what I'm saying? So because everything is relative from our own perspective. So it's like, but now you ain't sleeping right, you ain't eating right. You know what I mean?
That's what leads to that outburst.
Yep.
If you don't,
just saying, fam,
out of balance.
They really do.
Yeah. So yeah,
I'm gonna make time for it.
Like, yeah, definitely, and that's what that's why I want to do that check-in. Like,
I'm glad this shit wasn't about like shit dudes get manicures and shit.
That's what you thought.
I'm glad that's what that, because Doug, when y'all put that down, I'm like, see, we're gonna have to do this metrosexual shit.
I didn't pick that.
With that shit, fam.
That wasn't me. That was him.
No,
you know, I work with my hands, fam.
I didn't say
a manicure is a waste of fucking money to me. So, you know what I mean?
Well,
I get rid of the calluses with my electric sander, man. Otherwise, wife don't let me play with the titties. I thought he was gonna ask us was we eating salad. I can't play with the titties with the rough hands, so I gotta. I use my portable sander. I'm glad it wasn't that.
No,
real shit.
Absolutely not. And we're gonna do this. I like to do this at least. We'll do a
shorter
talking about
version. What soap they use and shit.
Yeah. We gonna do a check-in now at every show, just to make sure we're in a good spot, and we'll run through it much faster.
That's dope.
But I wanted to at least just kind of introduce this as just something like we are who we are at the Melodrama Podcast, but like as much as we don't give a fuck, we really, really give a fuck. So
that's what
sometimes.
So like speaking of really giving a fuck, I like this last topic, and so like to put it into context. Is less injustice a step towards justice? And I'm like, when I first read that, I was like, well, shit. I didn't know where to go, and I still haven't landed.
I could tell you exactly where it came from because
talk to me.
Okay, here's the thing. So without revealing the case, I mean, if we want to bring up the case later, we can. But there was a thing that happened. And the process wasn't followed, like it should have been, but people were just happy that something was done at all. I'm just glad something was done. You feel me? And I'm like, okay, but we were looking for justice in that instance.
Okay.
And we got, they said, don't do that shit no more. There was a little slap on the wrist. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
And people was like, well, I'm glad they did. They at least slapped him on the wrist. Because the other time that happened, they didn't do nothing. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, but, and that was actually what I said to the person. Like, less injustice is not justice. So think about it. If you in an abusive relationship and that motherfucker only whoop your ass 3 times this week instead of all 7 days, is that a good thing?
That'll make it right.
No, that's better.
Make it right.
You feel better and shit. You gonna say, well, he changing? I mean, that's not how this shit goes. Injustice is injustice, right?
Yeah.
But okay, now to bring in the case we were talking about, the Amber Geiger case.
Yeah.
Where the sister killed the dude. He, apparently a nigga can't eat ice cream on his couch watching TV and shit.
Yeah.
So you got to die. But we all know all the facts in that case.
Right.
And she got charged and she got sentenced to 10 years.
Yeah.
And people were saying, well, at least she got charged. At least she got 10 years. I'm going to be happy with that. And I'm like, to give a motherfucker less than what they supposed, in that case, that's almost worse.
Yeah.
She got charged.
They're doing nothing at all.
She got charged in the same instance as somebody who was on duty and shot somebody who was a threat to their life.
Yeah.
But this dude... He was in his fucking own house. Like,
dude. I don't think, and I didn't follow it very closely because, honestly, I wasn't in an emotional space.
Right.
For me to find out that she was held, that if she was found not guilty, emotionally, I couldn't accept that. So I purposely didn't follow it. So I didn't have a lot of details. But like when I heard, she got 10, I'm like, I know some of the information about this gentleman. He was a cop. He used to be.
She was
a cop.
Oh,
she was a cop.
And like, didn't he was definitely kind of he was by all purposes an honorable guy. Community ties, all this different stuff. And like, I felt like because he had some other things attached to him, like, is why she got something. But
like honestly, like I don't care if this motherfucker was the scum of the earth,
and
he was the biggest dope dealer on the other side of town. You know, if you walk into somebody's house and they not doing shit, like first off, why are you in my house
at all?
And
you got a dog though,
you know,
and your dog didn't run up to you.
Right.
That's your first cue that you're not in your fucking house.
And then
before you grab your gun, your dog would be there already at the door.
But how do you walk in my house and not realize it's not your house?
Yeah,
that was the thing and they were saying that in the case. But now here's the thing though. Okay, apparently, whatever that damn complex looked like, every motherfucking front door looked exactly the same because they had like 10 motherfuckers there saying, "I do that shit all the time too." Walking to the wrong apartment.
Yeah.
But my thing was, she was trying to play that card,
right,
to get that stand your ground law implemented.
Because and
it was bullshit from out the gate.
Unless you walk into, unless we got the same furniture, the same table at the door, the same every fucking thing. When you walk into a house and that house is not your house, you're gonna notice that some shit is different.
Right.
Yeah. Ain't nobody break in and redecorate your shit, you know, to surprise you when you got the fuck home.
Okay,
you know,
but you know what's funny? I'm glad I was gonna try to stop us from going on this tangent like we are now. But that kind of proves the point.
Yeah. But here's the thing.
See, we're still arguing that case when we shouldn't be, because hold on, check it out. See, now there were other instances in which an unarmed individual was killed wrongfully by a law enforcement officer, and absolutely no charges were filed.
Yes.
Right.
So the genesis of the question was, shouldn't we be happy that at this time, motherfucking charges got filed and somebody going to jail?
Yeah, for me, I'm like, I get what you're saying, and to answer your question, after we've gone down the rabbit hole, which for me, I needed it for my thought process.
Right.
It's for me, it's a resounding, like, less injustice is not a step towards justice at all. It actually, what it does, I look at this as like, because we can't bring that brother back.
Nope.
It's like, that was like, I'm gonna pacify you niggas so y'all can shut
That's
the fuck up.
my point.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
but
exactly how I took it.
Less than justice is still injustice. And I think Martin Luther King said it best when he was like, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere.
That's facts.
Real
that's
shit.
Facts. Because now that's acceptable. Now you got legal precedence.
Yeah.
Well, now if you kill a nigga, the most you're going to get is 10 years.
And and you might do too.
And, you know, less than half of that with good time. And you get what I'm saying?
No, for sure. So I think definitely to kind of answer the question, that's just and I think that's kind of unanimous with all of us that it's not right. It's you know, pacification and just trying to really keep us in our lane. Honestly, it's just trying to keep us as people of color in our lane, because let's just be real. There's reasons why certain things happen. There's reasons why, you know, sometimes motherfuckers get away scot-free. Sometimes it's like they was like, okay, we got to do something. But then on top of that, and you know, and I don't even want to go back to the case because then some other shit happened you know, since that. But at the end of the day, I think less, you know, injustice is definitely not a step towards justice.
For anybody that would say that less injustice is still a viable conclusion to any case, not even just that case, but any case, would be like saying, like, if you don't steal a lot, you should be able to get away with it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, kind of how it is.
Good point.
Because that was, they had another case up here where, because my take on it was, if you properly value the victim. Which is what you should do in every murder case.
Real shit.
If you properly value the victim, then you don't have this problem.
At all.
Because now there was the case here where the guy killed the cop.
Yeah.
And that motherfucker got life with no parole. Right? Very similar in case. He was doing wrong. He had the dope house, whatever. He said, I heard somebody yell police, but I thought there was some dudes coming to rob me.
Right.
So he shot through the door.
Yeah.
So they were in both cases, you got a person saying, It was an accident. I thought something else was going on. I thought the exact opposite of what was going on was going on. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So I shot. And they were both saying, because of me being mistaken, I thought it was self-defense. Yeah. That's what both people were saying in both cases, right?
And then two different outcomes.
There
you go.
You get what I'm saying?
There you go.
And I'm like, okay, so what, is dude worth more because he a cop? Like, really? Because of your job?
Right.
You
just
more valuable than me?
You as a human being.
Right. You're still a man. It's a person. Right.
Yeah.
You took somebody's life.
Yeah, that's
so
shit.
A cop is worth more time than my brother just chilling on his couch watching TV.
Did somebody get like life for like shooting like a cop dog or some shit at one point or some
you
shit?
can do that too.
And that's I saw that. There's a lot of stuff like that on social media. And my thing is, I wasn't gonna go fact check because I know some of this is for propaganda.
Right.
But like but there was a lot of people that were voicing that, like, okay, this person got X amount of years for doing this, yada yada yada, and so I just think it's at the end of the day, like, it just further cements the fact that, like, if it's wrong, it's just wrong.
It's just wrong.
A lot of what we do and what we have in this country, in the construct of it, is just that, we say we're this, land of the free, home of the brave, and all that type shit. But at the end of the day, it's like contingent upon. Right. There should be like fine print when we say United States of America, and then it should be an asterisk.
Right? Facts. This applies more if you're Republican.
Yeah. So
you know what I'm saying? Like, man, it applies less if you have a criminal record.
Yeah, man.
So
I'm just saying. Yeah. So we just definitely gotta do more and don't be pacified by the bullshit.
Facts
for sure. So like as we wrap the show up, because we've gone this is like we're knocking on the door over an hour and 40 minutes. So I think that's pretty dope. That lets you know it's just a vibe.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my cousin Dub being in the studio with us. So like any closing remarks that you would like to leave with our wonderful people listening and watching.
Closing remarks.
Yeah.
Whatever that shit is that's stressing you, don't worry about that shit. Let that shit go. Do what you're supposed to do. You be all right.
Word up. Okay.
Straight up.
What about you, Trip?
Fuck them.
Just like, let that shit go, fam.
Word.
Nah, just do whatever you got to do to live your best life.
Yep.
Yeah.
Make decisions that impact you and that satisfy what you need or what you're trying to get out of life or where you're trying to go.
Yeah.
And stop trying to please people and enjoy life.
Yep.
Word up. I think my closing remark would just be to tell people to just flow.
Word.
When you do that,
no, don't rap.
No, not rap. Just flow.
Don't rap. Please don't rap. You can't. You don't have bars.
You are not a rapper.
But
don't spit fire.
But let life be that flow for you. So you have tuned in to the second episode of the Melodrama podcast, hosted by myself, Speak Easy, and my homies JG and Trip. Follow us on IG, the Melodrama podcast. Follow us on Facebook, shit like that. So until next time, peace.
And
some good ass coffee
and some good ass water.
Eat your broccoli burger.